All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Live from the Kingdom, where Billy Hanson, who I'm going to bring up in just a minute, and I will chat with special guest authors from Keys to the Kingdom, and maybe we'll do some behind-the-scenes stories, some sneak peeks, some insights into the anthology itself, and the world of dollar babies, and maybe some more. Billy, welcome, my friend. Let me bring you up on the stage. The ever so slightly taller than me, Billy Hanson. How's it going, buddy?
I'm so glad you said that right from the get-go, so that everyone knows. Even though I'm sitting down, I'm a lot.
Well, I was going to say I'm standing up, and somehow you're still taller than me. You know?
Yeah. I'm very excited to be back this week, as always. It's always a lot of fun to talk about this, and like the deeper we get into the project, like the more and more excited I get, because people are finally starting to see sort of the bigger picture of what we're doing and how cool all these stories are and how great of a team that's been assembled is. So I am very excited to talk more about it.
Yeah, man. Speaking of team, we got some people in the chat. Let's bring up. Oh, that was sneak peek. No, what's happening? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So we'll just bring up James, who was here last week. He's got love, yeah. So it's got some love. I did see what Ben. Welcome, Ben. I did see this, Ben. The poster maker for Shawshank has Alzheimer's. Drew Struzan, I think is how you say that. Did you see that, Billy?
I did not see that. That's news to me.
Yeah, it's wild. Alzheimer's is a crazy thing. If you know anyone with it, my heart goes out to you, because I have had people in my family with that, and it is, it's hard. But let's not go on a downer there. Let's do something fun, Billy. Let's talk about the book, which you can pre-order now if you have not, if you're watching, right down there on the screen right now, inkshares.com/book/keys-2-the-kingdom. And Billy, let's check in with how things have been going. We are just a smidge, little teeny bit under 20% achieved. But I made the graphic and I was like, I want to roll with it, because next week I know we're going to be beyond 20%, right? Yeah. So we are really close. So if you know anyone that has not pre-ordered yet, jump on that and
Yeah.
tell your friends and family, because this book is going to be insane.
Yeah, if you
And
like short fiction, if you like horror, if you like Stephen King, if you like movies, if you like any of the people involved, you're going to be excited about this book. And you're probably going to get some emails from Paul and I over the next couple of weeks talking about it too. But it
yeah,
is a really exciting thing. And, you know, if you haven't pre-ordered, take a look at it, consider it. There's a few different tiers that you can select. And also, if you have pre-ordered, keep sharing it, keep talking about it, keep spreading it around to people, because the only way that this is really the way it's going to be the most successful is to get it in front of the most eyes that we can. That's both before and after the release. So keep talking about it, keep sharing it, posting about it, engage with us on social media, engage with all the pages. There's lots of places that people are talking about it. All that stuff really helps.
Yeah, for sure. And if you can't purchase, that's okay. It's all right. Sharing it, spreading the love and the joy is amazing. And I think I have figured this out now, everyone. So there we go. That's the one I was trying to click. You know what happened? People are commenting, and it's moving as I was clicking. So I'm not making an excuse, but I
think people are pranking you is what's going on.
I think that is correct. That is correct. So we have a special guest with us tonight, Billy. Would you like to do the honors, please?
Oh, I'll do the honors. Yeah, this is somebody whose name I've known for a very long time, but never had the pleasure of speaking with until we started this project.
Mm-hmm.
And he is someone who, we've talked a lot about the Dollar Baby community really sticking together, coming together, and this guy is responsible for a lot of that because he wrote one of the first books about dollar babies, and that is Shawn Lealos.
Yes, welcome. And you know what? I'm going to bring you up, but I'm also going to bring up that you're saying welcome in the chat too, and not just on Facebook, but also on YouTube, where you can watch this live every Wednesday or later on. What's up, Shawn? How's it going? Let me stop this man shit.
It's doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being here. We're very excited to have you. One of the first things that I think about when I think about you is that book that Billy was just talking about. Give me the title, the full title, because I don't have it right off the top of my head.
The story of the Stephen King Dollar Baby filmmakers.
Yeah, so we lost you right at the beginning. What's the very first part of it?
It's called Dollar Deal.
Yeah, the Dollar Deal. So you can still find that, actually. It's on Amazon.
Yes, it is.
So check it out if you want to read some really cool interviews. You got there's 19, right?
There's 19 in there. Well, there's 18.
Oh, there you go. 18 plus yours. That's awesome. So you also had put on some Dollar Baby festivals, yeah? So tell us about a little bit of those.
I held the first one in Houston. It was a calm.
Ooh,
that worked out pretty well.
You're cutting out a little bit.
Cut it out.
Yeah.
No worries. Houston.
Now you're muted.
Yes, I do see that you are muted.
And now it's muted.
Now I'm muted?
No, now you're good. Now I got you.
Yeah, go.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm not going to microphone. We had one in Houston called Comic Palooza. James Cox, Rodney Altman, they're both in the book. They both came and brought their movies. We showed 10 movies at the screening, and it was a lot of fun. It was nice to meet James. We had dinner with him and his lovely wife, and it was a nice way for me to meet my first Dollar Baby filmmakers in person. I'd actually been in touch with some from the very beginning of my journey. Got my contracts in 1999.
Wow.
It was way before the big explosion. There was James Renner, Jay Holben. They contacted me. So did James Cole, very beginning, and helped me get going before I even made my movie. So I realized the community was there before there was even social media.
That's amazing, man. That is really amazing. And a couple of those names mentioned are writing stories for our book.
Jay Holben's in it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. His movie Paranoid, it's probably one of the first ones I ever saw.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Same. And I remember reading about it online like in, I don't know, 2006 or 7 maybe. And I was like, what? I think that was probably around the time that I first learned about the dollar babies as a thing.
Jay actually had his put. I think it was called Total Movie, and he sent me a copy of the magazine with the
that's cool.
the disc in it, just as kind of like a gift. It was really cool.
That is cool. So
awesome, man.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Live. Oh, I was just saying awesome.
Yeah. So we've got Stephen King's short movies in the house too. Known you since 2004. I assume this is Burned.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. I met him a long time ago. We at that time there was no time limit. You know, there's turned out to be a 1 year time limit to make your dollar baby. My contract had no time limit, so we tried to make it. We realized we weren't ready yet, and then we came back around and made it a couple of years later.
That's pretty cool, man. I wish I didn't have a time limit because I had to extend. But that was partially because I did like 300 visual effects or something stupid. It was dumb. It was dumb. You shouldn't do that, you know. But, you know, I go, hey, I can do this. And then I just lived right here on the computer for months and months.
That's
you know,
how you got to do it.
That's how you got to do it. So, you know, let's pivot real quick and talk about your story, because we have an exclusive for everybody watching now and later. We are going to give you another story title and a log line. And this one is Shawn's. Shawn, I'm going to bring it up on the screen for everybody to see. And if you'll do the honors, please.
So my story is called This Is Hell. The log line reads, when Jake second chance at life.
We lost you for a second.
Am I back?
Yep, you're back.
Got you now.
Okay, sorry. When Jake survives a near-death experience, he believes he has a second chance at life. However, something evil from the other side returns with him.
That's so awesome, man. I'm super excited for everybody to read this story. It's really, really, really going to be really interesting to see the reaction that people have for this story. So, what's your oh, and then here we go. There we go. Bolin. So what's your more? He's in there. And I'm just like the dog from Up. I'm like squirrel. I don't know who put me in charge of running this thing.
Right.
But it was me. Spoiler.
Yeah.
So what was some of your inspiration for this particular story for This Is Hell?
We started our dollar baby, and then we took a break to try to get better and then redo it. In between the dollar baby attempts, my partner, my best friend, and I, Rob, we worked on a short film called This Is Hell. And it's a different story, but it's the same theme, the same overall meaning to this is my short story is. Well, Rob passed away.
Oh no. He
had also written a script that he wanted us to do as a feature length. And I kind of took the script he wrote, and then I took the idea for what our This Is Hell short story was, or short film was, and combined that, and that's what this short story is going to be. It's going to be an amalgamation of the two ideas.
Wow, that's really cool, man. That's really, really neat.
That's such a good example too of like how stories, like even themes and meaning behind things, they just last throughout such a long time. And when the right opportunity comes up for some story to come through, like that's a great example of how it just can solidify multiple ideas at the same time. And yeah, I'm excited for your story too, man.
I'm excited. I mean, Rob and I worked together on everything we ever did film wise, and I haven't done anything since he passed when it comes to film. And I just kind of feel this is a way for me to write a story in his memory and kind of bring him back into it with me now.
And that's awesome, man. That is a fantastic way to incorporate, something like that you had worked on and kind of bring that back around and share that. It's really cool, man. It's really, really cool. So Are you so something we haven't really told many people? I think we've mentioned it once or twice, but we haven't really told any of the other authors about the other stories too much.
Right.
Uh, over the last few weeks, we've had a bunch of people, a few people on, and over the next several weeks, we'll have more people. What is it like on your end, kind of getting these log lines and stuff from the other stories and things? Like, how does that? I mean, does it? From what I'm hearing from some of the other authors, it's pretty exciting, and people are really starting to like think
it's
like,
kind of cool. I mean, week one, we got something that sounds really trippy, just a kind of a really trippy, fun kind of horror thing. With James's, it sounds kind of like a really fun monster story. Mine's a little bit darker, but at the same time, a little bit, I don't know. I'm hoping that I can make the main part of the story just as fun and not just, I don't want it to be a downer, but I'm excited about it, and hearing their stories, they all sound so different, which is awesome to hear that the stories are not going to repeat the same kind of things.
Yeah, so looks like you're getting some
thanks, James.
Some good feedback. Yeah. So
some hellish love coming in already.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Debbie. Debbie was my student a long time ago. Glad you're here, Debbie. So, yeah, man, we are pushing about 18 minutes at this point. So generally we start to kind of wrap things up. Before we do, is there anything that you want to, anything at all that you want to talk about, or you want to push out there to people, or you want to, just let the world know?
If anyone wants to check out my book, it's still for sale. It's called Dollar Deal, and it's not just at Amazon. You can get it in physical paperback at Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
So it's wide. It's not an Amazon exclusive. And as far as I know, it was the first one about the Dollar Baby specifically, even though they had mentioned them in earlier books. And I'm kind of proud of it. There's some filmmakers in there that are special. I mean, Rodney, James, they're in this book. Jay, their movies are just wow. And I was so happy I mean, we got some very talented people in this book, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, man, we're excited to have you. And we're excited that you could spend a few minutes with us tonight and sort of just kind of hang out and have a little fun and give a little exclusive peek at your story. I'm going to bring it up again. And go ahead, and why don't you read it one more time for everybody?
It's called This Is Hell. And that's a second chance at life. However, something evil from the other side returns with him.
And it is going to be awesome when you guys read it. I mean, you're going to like it. It's going to be great. So next week, next Wednesday, 1 week from today, we're here every Wednesday on Live from the Kingdom. Next week, we are having the one and only Bolin Miller with us, who is, throwing out fire in the chat. Thank you for that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, hey, Shawn, we appreciate it, man. Join us next week, and Shawn, you'll be around too, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, I will.
Everybody who's in the chat now, thank you for coming and checking it out. Let's see. This is where you can find us online if you ever want to do that. We've got Attaboy Billy, which is my favorite one always, and SS Lealos and Paul Inman SC. If you want to follow us on social things, that's how you can do it. And one other thing, I'll go back to this one. Our email is floating across the bottom of the screen. If you want to ask any questions, or if you just want to say what's up and hey, how's it going? You're doing a good job, or hey, you guys are doing a terrible job. You can message Attaboy Billy. I'm just kidding. Yeah. anthology@gmail.com. And anything, Billy, before we wrap it up for tonight?
No, I'm always excited to shine a light on the Dollar Baby community in general. So it's been awesome to have Shawn on to talk about the book and all the Dollar Baby filmmakers. And I am excited for these stories.
100%. Shawn, for you, Shawn, and for Billy, my name's Paul. Thank you for checking us out this week on Live from the Kingdom. Remember, you can pre-order our upcoming book, Keys to the Kingdom, inkshares.com/books/keys-to-the-kingdom. Yeah, I didn't know if I was going to get it all out there.
You got it perfect. I was ready to jump in there for you.
Hey, I was worried. I was like, do I need to bring it up on the screen so I can read it? Thank you, everybody, and we will see you next week.